Hello literature lovers. Today I have like to discuss few objective points and question answers related to Victorian age, and these objective questions, as you can read, are really very helpful in better understanding since they provide a clearer picture of the age and belongs to that Queen Victoria. And talking about Queen Victoria, she was the Queen of England, and this period in which Queen Victoria reigned was very important since she took great efforts in encouraging literature and different other arts to flourish, and she adopted the additional title of Empress of India on 1st May 1876. Queen Victoria's full name was Alexandrina Victoria. That is important to be known. She was born in the year 1819 and died in 1901. She was called the Queen of Britain and Ireland too till her death, and in her name only the period is called the Victorian Era. So you can see how, and this period is called one of the best periods for England. It is called the period of industrial, cultural, political, scientific, military change within the kingdom, and it was starting from her coronation, that was on 1831. 1831 she preceded William IV, and she was succeeded as Queen Victoria. Successor of her was Edward VII. So this period is also very important. She was daughter of Prince Edward, who was the Duke of Kent. He was fourth son of George III. So you can see she belonged to that era. Talking about her marriage, Queen Victoria married her cousin, Prince Albert of Saxonburg and Goth in 1840. So she is also considered the grandmother of Europe, and she really considered the period in her reign only. It's called the Golden Diamond, and in fact Jubilees period were celebrated. She died on Isle of Wight in 1901, and her reign was very popular. Describing her childhood, she was rather melancholy, and her mother was extremely protective about her. These are some of the special traits of Queen Victoria, how she talked in her life. Talking about her different events that took place while she was on the throne. as starting with the Great Famine in 1845. That was really drastic, and that changed it all. She personally donated millions of dollars, almost $6 million at that period, as compared to today's £6 million worth rupees were donated by her at that period when she was facing famine in her reign. Talking about the prime ministers of the period of Queen Victoria, they were really vast, including Benjamin Disraeli. He was also, and William Gladstone. Different prime ministers were there at that period that have literary qualities too. And her personal interest in literature really marked the excellence since, and not to forget the great exhibition that was in her reign only that took place. Talking about the great exhibition, and which is referred as the Crystal Palace exhibition. It is quite important since it was at the time of the period where very famous personalities like Charles Darwin, Karl Marx, Samuel Colt all were invited, including writers like Charlotte Bronte, Dickens, Lewis Carroll, George Eliot, Tennyson, and Thackeray. All were invited at that period. This really portrays the greatness of Queen Victoria and in her reign only. She, in her diary, she in fact wrote that I was awoke at 6 o'clock by Mama, who told me the Archbishop of Canterbury and Lord were here and wished to see her. So we got some of the personal references about her diary, her personality, and her coronation took place on 28th June 1838 at Westminster Abbey, and over 4 lakh visitors came to London for the celebrations. She became the first sovereign to took up residence at Buckingham Palace. So you can feel the importance of her in all the contexts. There are different events that took place while she was on the throne. Talking about them in detail is part of it. Queen Victoria got different aspects of literature, and she always prayed, and she spent her time with different artifices herself. Thank you.